So that's what's happening here, folks. I screwed up. I did. I literally live streamed to my childbirth channel that I don't even use anymore. It was my very first YouTube channel where I put up childbirth classes and information, because I'm an RN, high risk OB, RN case manager, and labor and delivery nurse for several years. So I live streamed to the wrong channel this press conference. I think the flu has fogged up my brain. I probably should just go back to bed. So we did. I hope you got to see it. I did live stream it to the exact wrong place. But we saw it and I saw it. I watched it. I have it recorded. I could put it back up. Basically, they didn't say anything more than we've already figured out. And I'm just like, where is everybody? Where are my mods? Like, I was getting mad at my mods for not being in my live stream. And I'm like, I guess everybody else's channel. And guess what? I was in the wrong channel, my wrong channel. Lisa didn't do it on my travel channel. That wouldn't have been good, but it was on my childbirth channel. Dumb. Whatever. I don't have blonde hair, but sometimes I think I might. So, right. It really wasn't anything new on there. He didn't answer any of the press conference questions. Basically, they made the announcement that the news had already made the announcement on the West Coast earlier. But it is a big, huge relief to know that there's somebody in custody. But you guys, I want to show you something that I think is really weird. I don't know if you were following at all the 4chan weird craziness. Reddit has a lot of it up. 4chan, I guess, is a website. Hi, Emily. That has like chats. And there was a post on 4chan. Apparently, I don't know where this came from, how legit it is, or whatever, but it was not from today. It was from the past. And I'm going to show you it. I did wipe out one of the bad words in it, but I want to show you. Let me see if I can find it again. Hold on a second. Let me find it. I think I have it here. How do I get it? Oh, okay. I know what I need to do. I usually share Chrome tab, but I just need to share my screen. If I can figure out, it's this one. So this is odd. This was on 4chan and Monday, December 12th, 2022. And then you can read it. It says, I hung their intestines from a ceiling fan and shoved my knife, blah, blah. I'm hiding in the woods in shithole, Pennsylvania. Good luck catching me. So was he posting in that? Was that just a good guess? Pennsylvania? Really, really, really bizarre. Really bizarre, right? I thought that was really strange. Seems a little over the top, the whole, we can't say anything at all, but what do I know? And they do that all the time. The one state or county that does really great press conferences is Grady Judd in Florida, whatever county he's in. He comes out and he says stuff about the suspect, says we're going to get you, says you're going down. Like, he gives info. But all these other states, they don't tell anybody anything. They're just like, yep, we got him. I mean, I know they need to protect the case, but I feel like they should be able to say a little bit more than what they say. I mean, it's in the news. They got the Elantra. They got it at his house. That's already in the news, I mean, but they can't say it. Just pretty bizarre. Let's see. The Elantra had to be his. Anyone who was driving that thing wasn't the murderer would have come forward. Exactly. Right. The Elantra being that the person was like, I mean, if it was like a random person with an Elantra that was driving through there in the middle of the night, they'd have been like, that was mine. I was there. I had no idea what was happening. Just let you know, come check out my car. It was mine. I, left my boyfriend's house or left my girlfriend's house, or I happened to be on that street, but no, I didn't know anything. Yes, Sheriff Judd. Yes, Grady Judd. He gives more information. His press conferences are good. Like, that guy should run for some other office. But yeah, they definitely need to protect the case. I mean, no argument there. I'm kind of relieved that now all the online sleuthing, accusing other college students and professors and people, innocent people of this crime, boyfriends and all that stuff, hopefully will stop. Well, probably won't stop. There'll be some conspiracy theories going on out there that says, oh yeah, so-and-so was his friend, or so-and-so was involved too, or, all that. But they didn't make it sound like there's anybody else that they're looking for, did they? Didn't seem like it to me. Let's see. We said when we had an Elantra, but didn't say if it was his, but pretty sure it's his. Yeah, because on the news, I think we pulled that up earlier. It said that they took the Elantra from his home in Pennsylvania. I think that's what it said. I know people who have been cleared by authorities being blamed by know-nothings. This is one of the main reasons why I go back and forth on even having a crime channel, because my crime channel does not get thousands and thousands of views. It's basically pretty boring because I don't go down those kind of rabbit holes where we're accusing other innocent people. And, people, whatever it is about social media, they love that. I'm not everybody. I mean, there's plenty of people that just tap out and they're like, I'm not listening to this crap. But there's plenty of people that they accuse people. I mean, there are some channels that have hundreds of thousands of subscribers, make tons of money, and they go after family members. They go after friends, neighbors, everything. And thank you. So my channel will always be like this. I just can't do it. I can't be that person. Sure, I'd love to make thousands of dollars off my channel. Well, who wouldn't? I'd like to quit my day job, but I can't be unethical like that. Unfortunately, I'm just going to have to stick to true crime and the facts. Yes, the arrest affidavit being released, that'll be really, really important, and it'll probably give us some more information for sure. Excuse me, I have a frog in my throat. Do we have one example in history where authorities publicly cleared someone only to find out later that they were the culprit? Just one example. They don't clear people willy-nilly. True. I don't know of any. I mean, people say, oh yeah, just because they're clear. I've heard people on their channels in different groups and typing whatever comments saying, oh yeah, just because they're cleared doesn't mean they're actually cleared. But I don't know of any that said they're cleared and then they're like, oh wait, never mind, you're not cleared anymore. So that's very true. I don't know. I've never heard of that either, for sure. Sounds like next Tuesday he'll be back in Idaho. Yeah, it does. He was supposed to have an extradition hearing today in Pennsylvania. So he had the one hearing this morning, but he was supposed to have an extradition hearing again today too. I think that's what I read. I was like running around. I am so bad. I had to mail 2 Christmas presents today because I'm off today. And I was like so bad. So I had to run to the post office a little while ago, went through McDonald's, came back, was like, okay, got to start my live stream on the wrong channel. And here we are. But, it was being played. Hopefully you saw it. And then now we're going to talk about it. Let's see. I know. Yeah. That's how they go. Every time lately when we watch press conference, I'm like, can't talk about that. Any questions? Yep. Nope. Yep. Nope. 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 You over there in the back. Yeah, no, we can't talk to you either. Can't talk to you. Nope. 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 Okay. Bye, everyone. Thank you for being here. Thank you, press. Thank you. Thank you so much for everything you do, but we're not talking to you. I mean, I know that's the way it has to go for the integrity of the investigation, but it does seem a little silly. Like to hold a whole press conference people, all these news people flying in, getting there, hurry up, get your van there, get everybody, get, wake up, go to Pennsylvania, stand there and la la la. um, yeah. So anything else? That 4chan thing is weird. His, I was okay. So I was kind of speculating. Remember, I said his nose is crooked. I was like, what if one of the people punched him in the nose while, because they said they were fighting, right? And this is just total complete my brain. What if somebody punched him in the nose and broke his nose? Because I said his nose was crooked, and he bled. And so because you break your nose, he bleeds a lot. You bump a nose, it bleeds a lot. And then he lost blood there, and they got his DNA from there because of his broken, bloody nose. And he could not go seek care with a broken, bloody nose because it was too close. Like, it would have been right then and then, right in the middle of the night. Oh yeah, this guy came in with broken, bloody nose at 3 a.m. in Moscow, whatever the nearest hospital is. This is just all speculation, but I need to see a picture of his nose now and a long time ago. Yeah, at one time, right? And in a month, it could have shown like kind of crooked like that. You'd think he would have gotten it fixed if it was like a real accident when he was younger or something, right? I don't know. It just seems like if they have DNA, he had to have bled maybe. I mean, maybe a hair or something too, but it seems like they probably had some decent DNA. But I have not compared his old pictures in this new mug shot with his bulletproof vest on. I don't think there's anything else, is there? Let's see. Nothing else new. We saw his mugshots and everything this morning. I don't know. I just wonder about what DNA left at the scene, The other case I've been following is Madalena Kochikari, which is really bizarre. Those parents, I really would like to know where Madalena is. I haven't seen any updates. There's an earlier photo of him in a different color shirt. Nose looks straight in that photo. Okay, let me go back and look at these pictures because I have them. Let me go look again. Now I'm super curious about this nose business. What about like his, I don't know when he did his, this is his, pretty bizarre. He was following Kaylee and Maddie on Instagram. Sorry, I'm just looking. Okay, let's look at this one. Let me share this one. This one, it doesn't look crooked, but I got to zoom in. Let me share. All right. Not really, right? I mean, it's kind of a grainy picture, but don't look as crooked as the other one. Right? Okay, let me go back and get his mugshot again. I think they must have had some pretty good idea that they were on for a while, that he was the dude. Okay, let me see. I'm going to find let me find the other one. Where's the mugshot? I don't know. Maybe it's shadows, but it certainly looks crooked. I'll show you again. I need to put these side by side. No, it's crooked. This is my nursing assessment talking, but it looks crooked. They definitely, the other one does not look crooked. So they said they had defensive wounds. Maybe he got out of there before he could kill the other. Now, I am speculating, but it seems odd. Remember, he left before there were 2 more people in that house that were alive. Did whoever he killed last like punch him in the face hard enough to break his nose, and he got the heck out of there because now he's bleeding? I don't know. I'm just wondering. That's just a thought based on this crooked nose thing. It could be possible, right? And it's been since we're at the end of December, and that was like 6 weeks ago. So it could have healed enough for it to look, to just heal crooked. And if you murder people and you have a broken nose, you're not going to go to the hospital and have them fix your nose, right? You're just not going to go anywhere near a hospital around that time with a broken nose. It definitely looks broken. That's all I'm going to say. But, and yes, it's speculation. I know nothing. I know absolutely nothing. But I'm very suspicious of this crooked nose thing. Yeah, right? Creepy dude. God, who can just go in and kill young people like that, murder them? Like, it's just, that's awful. I just can't imagine the thought. How does a brain work like that? How does a human brain get to the point where they could just literally for some sick reason, want to murder people, like see their blood, kill them? Like, it's so disgusting. I hate this, that's a thing. I hate that that's a thing in the world. So anything else that's come up in the last half an hour since they did the press conference? It's just bizarre, So anyway, today's a good day, right? That they got him. And, when I was a flight attendant, they used to extradite people from one state to the other, and they always came on the plane first. They came and they had to sit in the last row. They sat by the window, and then it was a three-seat. Prisoner sat at the window. The armed police officers sat here, everybody in plain clothes. And remember, would you like something to drink? So weird. You're just like, I wonder what that guy did. He's being extradited on our flight. I was young at that point. It didn't really sink in too much like it does now. Like, I would have been like, we didn't have social media back in the 80s where you could look things up real quick. You were in the Poconos? Yeah, I have to reach out to my friend that lives there and see how close this was to her. She was in the Poconos. So he'll have to come back from whatever, they're probably flying from Philadelphia to, you have to change plane somewhere, and they're not going to fly him on a private jet. And then put him on, where we go, probably Philadelphia to Phoenix to, what would be the nearest airport there? Spokane? Or Salt Lake to Spokane? No, that would be, who has a base there? Anyway, so yeah, they'll have to bring him back. I hope that goes by really fast, and I hope we can see the arrest affidavit, but after he gets back, so we can get more info. The Delphi case is still really weird. I'm really curious to see what else they have, because that A lot of people are kind of saying that that bullet thing isn't enough on the Delphi case. And it looks like Chad and Lori are going to get their case maybe extended even further again into the end of 2023 now again. I woke up with a whole bunch of blow-ups on my phone for Lori Vallow case on the, where they tell you what the court date stuff is. Vine link. This guy is a Ted Bundy wannabe, law and psychology, killing co-eds. Yeah, truly. Yep. I'd love to know more about this guy. They are saying they said in the press conference, anybody that knows Bryan Kohberger, has been around him, that knows him, that's dealt with him, that has anything ever to do with him, to please come forward. Report anything you know about him. I'm thinking, like, did anybody see him right after that? Did he just book it on his Elantra right to Pennsylvania the minute he did the murder? When did he get back to Pennsylvania? Did he hang out? Did he go back to Washington? Did he pack his stuff? Did he have it all ready? He had to have driven that car, the Elantra, right out of town. Or did he leave once he found out that they were looking for an Elantra? Like, oh, crap. And that 4chan thing that says I'm hiding in the woods in Eshhole, Pennsylvania is just very freaky. Yeah. I'll bet they're checking the places he has traveled and lived for more murders. He may be a serial killer. Are there any similar? Now, I don't know how true this is, but somebody posted, and I think it was in Reddit yesterday, that there was another murder nearby there of a college person that was stabbed in her sleep. But I don't see any proof of that anywhere. Soon before this. But, I always feel like if they murdered somebody like that, if they came in and they were that brave and they murdered 4 kids, college kids, they had to have done this before. Could this really be? I mean, I guess every murderer has to have their first one, but maybe animals, something. It was a 16-year-old. Is that what is that the one I'm talking about? I'm two-fisted drinking. I got my Diet Coke over here and I got my water. Is that what we're talking about, Rhonda? Is that because I barely saw that and it didn't sink in. I didn't know there was going to be an arrest today, or I would have paid a little more attention to it, because I thought, no, that's never been announced anywhere or anything. No one's ever brought that up. So I kind of was like, maybe it's just, there's so much rumor and speculation, and that's what you read. Okay, so the girl that was murdered was 16. And this wasn't too far away from Moscow, right? Literally right there somewhere. And they didn't really announce it. They didn't make a big deal out of it. They didn't tell anybody about it. But I read that. And somebody says they know. Yeah, when I read this, it's coming back to me now. When I read this, the person that posted it said they know the person, or they lived by the person, or they know of this case firsthand. So yeah, Rhonda's going to look. Let me see if there's anything else, any updates on him. Let's see. Bryan Kohberger, New York, 5 minutes ago. It's probably not anything new, but let's look. Okay. We'll look at this. Let me share so we can look at this together. Get rid of this. All right. This was posted a little while ago. No, this updated 1 hour ago. Okay. We don't. I want to win the mega, but that's not what we're here for right now. This is probably not a whole lot different than what we've already know. 28-year-old man was arrested Friday in Pennsylvania. First-degree murder warrant issued in connection with the stabbing deaths of 4 Idaho college students. Kober, Pennsylvania resident. Oh, wait. Oh, that's here. Okay. Expect to be extradited to Idaho early next week to face charges. Is the first to be named a suspect in the killing since they happened. No early information or motive, nor was it immediately clear if he had retained an attorney. He's awaiting preliminary arraignment, the court documents say. Records show Kohberger studied criminal justice and criminology at Washington State University, just a few miles from the Idaho murder scene. He also completed his graduate studies in DeSales University criminal justice program in June of 2022. So that's just this past summer. He got his bachelor's of science in psychology at the private Catholic University in Center Valley, Pennsylvania. So he got his BA in Pennsylvania, or BS, Bachelor of Science, back in a private Catholic university in Pennsylvania. Then he went to DeSales criminal justice program. Moscow Police Department, which received more than 13,000 tips, yada, yada, yada. Okay. The white Hyundai, believed to be the immediate area of King Road. Residents early morning on the students was believed to have been killed. A few days before Christmas, they said a white sedan found in Eugene. That was not, no, that wasn't. Just trying to look for anything new. Anyone with information. Okay. Nothing new there. Nothing. Okay. That wasn't helpful. Let's see. Another rumor is his sister may have lived near the Moscow frat house. I don't know. Oh, somebody looked. I didn't look at her Instagram. His sister, I did hear somebody say that they did another channel. The other murder was in Oregon. Okay. And then, okay. Okay. Yeah. Probably if we dug through Reddit or something, we'd find it, but it'll all come up, I guess. Sorry, been uncomfortable. So, I'm curious though about him, his family. What do we know about him? Like, he has a sister that has been determined. I wonder how old she is. Is she a student in Idaho? If she lived near there? Where'd you see that? It's rumor, right? Yeah, so we don't know for sure, but. So her last name was probably Kohberger too, his sister. Hi, Rita. Hi, Rita. So let's see. Does anybody know what his sister's name? I hate dragging innocent people in, but I would love to know if she lived in the area. Like you said just now. It'd be really crazy. I know I'm really glad, I'm relieved for the people that are getting attacked and accused, like that professor, that Tic Tac girl, that Ashley whatever. Oh my gosh, with her tarot cards, actually is being sued, accusing that professor of being the leader of the murder. I just looked up his sister. She is a licensed therapist in Newark, New Jersey. I heard she's an occupational therapist, right? Newark. Got it. Newark. So that's New York area. And So she's in the medical field. And he was going into criminal justice. It could be the cop that killed people, like Golden State murderer guy. Maybe that was his plan. It's almost like, some of these serial killers have these idols of these other serial killers. Want to be just like them when they grow up. Let me see. Anything else about this knucklehead? What we know. Okay, here's another one about what we know. May not have anything new. I don't know. I'm learning about it with you guys. I always want to know the family dynamics, but have yet to see a consistent clue as to what makes them murderers. I know. Like, did you watch the Jeffrey Dahmer on Netflix? Was kind of interesting, right? His parents were a little odd, but not anything where you think, oh God, you're going to be a serial killer. Does she have crooked nose? She actually looks a lot like him. Her name is Melissa, same last name. I can't go on my phone because it's my camera. My son told me that my iPhone 14, 13, whatever, when I have is he's like, there's a reason these phones cost so much. These cameras are absolutely incredible. They're like the best cameras ever. And I was like, really? And so then when I was in Greece, I did all of my my travel vlog, all on my iPhone. And I just put it on the 4K setting. Came out beautiful. So he was right. Sometimes my kids are smart. Okay, so this was the other one I was going to show. So then he's like, you can use it to stream your live streams. I was like, really? Oh, okay. What we know. Okay, you can see this, right? Okay, you can, yep. $28, we know that. His parents' home in the gated community of, this is new. He was taken into custody by local police and FBI at his parents' home in the gated community of Indian Mountain Lake in Albertsville, Pennsylvania. Okay, let's go look at that. Held for extradition in Monroe County Court for 4 counts of first-degree murder and felony burglary charge. Of the 4 kids, Shannon Gray, an attorney representing Goncalves' father, Steve, said law enforcement officials called the family last night to let them know about the arrest, but gave no additional information about how or why they believed he might be connected to the murders. Obviously, they are relieved that someone has been arrested, but you guys know about it as much as we do right now. Prosecutor said state law prevents them from releasing information about what led to Kohberger's arrest until he's back in Idaho. Okay. You know about all the tips. Work isn't done. This is all about the press conference. Who is Bryan? We know he's a PhD student at Washington State University, Department of Criminal Justice. 15-minute drive from the rental home. Ben Roberts, a graduate student in the Criminology and Criminal Justice Department at WSU, described Kohberger as confident and outgoing, but said he seemed like he was always looking for a way to fit in. It's pretty out of left field, he said of the news Friday. I'd honestly just pegged him as being super awkward. Robert started the program in August along with Kohberger, he said, and had several courses with him. He described Kohberger as wanting to appear academic. One thing he would always do, almost without fail, was find the most complicated way to explain something, he said. He had to make sure you knew that he knew it. Interesting. Kohberger registered as a libertarian in Albertsville, Pennsylvania in 2013, public records show. He does not have a criminal record. 2 sisters, and graduated from Northampton Community College in Pennsylvania with an Associate of Arts degree in psychology in 2018. DeSales University, Allentown, Pennsylvania, with a bachelor's degree in 2020 and a master's degree in criminal justice in 2022. The university released the following statement about Kohberger's arrest. As a Catholic Salesian community, we are devastated by this senseless tragedy. Our thoughts and prayers are with the victims' families during this difficult time. ABC reported that a SWAT team early Friday morning descended on the home owned by Kohberger's parents in Pennsylvania, which is near several ski resorts and the Pocono Raceway, to take him into custody. The Indian Mountain Lake website informed residents of the FBI raid. Across the country, police in Washington state also served a search warrant at Kohberger's apartment on Friday morning in Pullman. A neighbor told Fox News Digital that investigators had already arrived by 7:30 a.m. local time. They were at least 2 unmarked law enforcement vehicles at the scene as police from Washington State University, Moscow, Idaho, and other agencies were executing the warrant. Sorry, my voice is getting worse now. Bill Thompson, the Latah County prosecutor, was also seen outside the apartment alongside investigators gearing up with protective booties before heading into the residence. Is this his house? Oh, yeah. Police served search warrant at Bryan Kohberger's home in Pullman, Washington. This has a play. Let's see.
Connect with Flex, Fox local extension. Reach local viewers down to the zip. Across Flex and 150 plus premium partners.
1 second.
We connect the dots, plus serve up unique customer insights.
Yeah. I want to see the news.
ConnectWithFlex.com.
Here we go.
Team USA begins their World Cup journey. Christian Pulisic leads
Hold
the
on,
United
there's
States
a loud noise now.
against Gareth Bale in Wales.
Where is this coming from? Sorry.
November 21st on Fox.
Okay. Shh. What is this? I don't think that has anything to do with it, right? Of this boat. Oh, thank you so much, Felicia C. I appreciate that so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Really appreciate the donation. You sent me a link to the Instagram. Okay. Okay, I'll look at that. My phone's busy. Thought the same thing. There was also another person around that area. The article says there's 3. Oops. The article says there's 3. You're welcome. Thank you. Okay, so but this over here, I'm going to go back to this and see what this says. There was a black pickup and the silver pickup and a couple of cops, and they were taking pictures and stuff, but didn't have any tape up. Randy Smith, 58-year-old Moscow resident who works at WSU, told Fox News Digital. The arrest affidavit for Kohberger didn't reveal any new information. I think we already saw this. Eyes are blue. Brown hair. No new information on that. I saw this. Doesn't really say anything, just the police officer stuff. And the docket. Yeah, so his car was seen. That was the murderer car, the Elantra, which is really crazy. And that woman at that gas station, she's the one that spotted that. That lady, you know, if there was a reward, there wasn't ever a reward though, right? She should get it. Because she went back through her videotape. The convenience store, gas station, that woman, she's the one that spotted that Elantra speeding by. We know the timeline. I just really want to know more about this guy. Know about the house. This is what he had, that grin on his face. Look at him. He knew something was up. Well, we know he knew. Okay, I wanted to look at, let me go to my Google Earth here real quick, or Google. I want to see this place where this family lives without doxing anybody. Doxing. I'll put that address in here. All right, let me share this one with you guys. All right, share, Chrome tab, Google Earth. All right. Oh, last one I looked at was Santorini, clearly. It was on the other side of the world. Boulder Lake, Indian Mountain Lake, Alberts, Pennsylvania. That's what came up when I put in Boulder Lake, Indian Mountain Lake. So he's at his parents' house in this area. Everybody, yeah, wow, I mean, there's a lot of woods around there, huh? Like everybody's yard has tons of woods. And they said it's a gated community. So this is where his parents' house is, somewhere in here, it looks like, and that's where he was taken into custody. Yeah, Rita, that was weird. Somebody said that, right? That he had a blank stare on his face and he said, "Was anyone else arrested?" It seems like it's too much of a crazy murder for it to be anything more than one person. Don't you think? Like, why would anybody join in on that? I don't know. I mean, I guess sick people are sick. They might. What is this? Why can't I see this? Oh. Gated community, funny thing about feeling safe, right? You know, it's so true. I live in a gated community, and one day my ex-husband was here and he had put a backpack in the car and then came back in the house for a minute, and he walked down. I hear him yelling. I'm like, what is he yelling at? And he's like, put it down, stop. And you hear this guy go, sorry. And then you hear some car take off. I was like, what the heck happened? Somebody got in our gated community, opened his car door, 5 o'clock in the afternoon on a Sunday, opened his car door, grabbed his backpack, jumped in his car, and sped away. So, and one thing that I thought was interesting is at that time, now I think they're much later, but on a Sunday, the guards go home at 5 o'clock. They leave. But you still have to buzz people in and stuff. So he must have followed another car in, knew that the guard was gone, and just came in. And the porch pirates and everything, you know, people get in gated communities. So, and when the cop came, I was like, I guess I had a false sense of security living behind these gates. And he's like, yeah, keep your windows and doors locked because it's not as safe as you think in a guarded gate community. And then I guess another thing is in guarded gate communities, you know, if the murderer lives next door to you, like this guy lived in there, his parents lived in there, he can just go kill somebody in there. It doesn't matter. He's already in there. Thank you, Rita. Thank you. Thank you. So that was interesting. Okay. What else do we know about these people? Oh, that thing's making me mad when all these ads keep coming up. Crime Buff, they're calling him, the Daily Beast. Crime Buff. Let's see what they have to say. I will share. Crime Buff. I don't know if he's a buff. We're buffs. He's a criminal and a PhD. Oh my gosh, that's just crazy. You'd think with all that training, he would have been better at hiding, though, you know? Thank God for good police work. Bryan Kohberger, 28, was arrested in Pennsylvania on Friday on a warrant, first-degree murders. That's a creepy picture. Let's see, 6 weeks after they were murdered, arrested 28-year-old criminology student who studied just miles off the campus residence. That became a brutal crime scene. Bryan Christopher Kohberger was arrested on a warrant for first-degree murders of Kaylee, Madison, Zana, and Ethan. Nabbed in his hometown of Albertsville, Pennsylvania, ordered to return to court for extradition. Hearing on Tuesday. Oh, he's coming back to court for extradition on Tuesday. The extradition hearing is on Tuesday. Okay. For some reason, I thought it was today. No further details. They did seize a white Hyundai Elantra, the same model car seen in the vicinity of the murders. The sealed, same. Registered libertarian, we already wrote that. Criminology buff, who comes from a family of mental health workers. A family of mental health workers. PhD with the Department of Criminal Justice and Criminology at Washington State University, lives on campus in Pullman, 8 miles from Moscow. We know all that. In a since removed post on Reddit from 7 months ago, Kohberger asked ex-cons to participate in a DeSalle's, we saw that, research project. So that sought to understand how emotions and psychological traits influence decision-making when committing a crime. DeSalle's confirmed Kohberger received a bachelor's degree in 2020. We already read all that. Kohberger graduated. We already know all that. He was also employed as a part-time school security officer by the Pleasant Valley School District for several years. Ugh, the creeps that are around the school scare me. Nick McLaughlin, 26, who was friends with Kohberger in high school and vocational school and had been following the Moscow murders, told the Daily Beast he was floored to see Kohberger had been arrested. Oh my God, am I not sharing this with you guys? Am I not sharing the right thing? You hear me though, right? Let me share the right page. Oh my gosh, hold on. Ugh. I need my double screens again so I can see what the heck. No, this is what I'm doing. Okay, where's this? Oh, okay, my bad. It was good. Let me go back to your comments real quick. He probably fancied himself smarter than the cops. Yeah, I would think he did, right? Think he has been hiding in plain sight for the past 6 weeks. Yeah. And he probably planned it to be around the holidays, right? Because he knows that people go home. He was probably going home for Thanksgiving. It wouldn't look weird if he just showed up at home. He looks creepy to me too. Happy New Year. Yes, rest in peace, Idaho 4. You'd think there would be blood everywhere. You couldn't clean your car good enough. Yeah, weird. Wonder if he wore something over his, like something he disposed of. Kohberger spoke to the cops after his arrest, according to Bryan Enton. I always say his name wrong. From News Nation, asking if anyone else was arrested. Enton said his sources told him Kohberger had a quiet play. Yeah, that's what we heard, right? You got that from TMZ? Okay. And Bryan Enton will say, he'll announce it. He goes live a lot on Twitter. There's definitely DNA in the car. Imagine his parents at 3 a.m. SWAT busting. And can you imagine? Oh my gosh, could you imagine? Hand cuts from knife fighting. Yep. Okay, let me see if there's anything else on this article. Gosh, he was a part-time school security officer, Pleasant Valley School District, until last year. And then, okay, the friend, Nick McLaughlin, friends with him in high school. He described Kohberger as down-to-earth member of his friend group who was overweight when they graduated junior year. But at the start of senior year, Kohberger was thinner than a rail and turned aggressive. He said he also picked up a new hobby, taking boxing classes. He always wanted to fight somebody. He was bullying people. We started cutting him off from our friend group because he was 100% a different person. Ooh. Asked what might have contributed to the change that summer, McLaughlin said, "We have no idea." McLaughlin went on to say that he and Kohberger would spend half the school day at Pleasant Valley High before heading to Monroe County's vocational school, where they took classes related to heating and air conditioning work. He said Kohberger also took criminal justice courses to potentially become a cop. Said their friendship ended when Kohberger began putting moves on his girlfriend. He was like reaching out to her saying, "I can get us a bottle and we can hang out tonight." Fry said detectives received more than 19,000 tips since the students. Okay, we know that part. He will be represented by a public defender, is being held without bail in Pennsylvania. They did not say if he acted alone or not, but asked for anyone who knew interacted with him to get in touch with investigators. Long-awaited breakthrough. Well, that's interesting. So people are coming forward already and giving interviews. Yes, that Crystal, that's what I was saying. I totally said his nose looks crooked. Then we looked at the other picture and it wasn't crooked. So that was my speculation. I'm like, they said they had defensive wounds. I would have been punched. You know, you're kind of taught to punch people like right in the face, right? Like, so if somebody got him in the nose and clocked him, maybe that's why he left, because his nose would have been bleeding and he didn't get the other two girls. And then you know he's not going to go seek care. He's not going to go to an ER for a broken nose, and he would leave blood. He would leave blood. So I'm really super, I know it's speculation, but I'm super duper duper. Oh, could be a boxer nose. I mean, yeah, that's probably more likely than my theory, but you never know. I wonder if he had planned to start it with Bundy's last killings and work backwards, starting with the codes and then going to state in reverse order. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, there's a lot. We have a lot of questions. We have a lot of questions. But the good news is there's an arrest. And the bad news is those kids can't come back. And my biggest question, I think, of this whole thing is, how did he target them? Was there some rejection? One of the girls, did he know them? Was he stalking them? You know what? Idaho, for being such a quiet little place in the world, sure does have a lot going on. You think it would be Los Angeles or something, you know? Do you think he just didn't know that other two girls were downstairs? Maybe. I mean, because the way that the house looks like it's set up, right? The middle floor is the entry floor, second floor. Downstairs is more like a basement type floor, or right, the first floor. And then the top floor would be the upstairs. So either didn't know they were there, or he had to get out. Like his time was ticking, like, I better get out of here before somebody hears something or knows something. And where did he park his car? He must have had the car right there waiting to go, because they saw him. The convenience store saw him, you know, in that camera. He's on videotape. So he didn't leave on foot. He left in a car in the Elantra. He got in there and got out of there at like 3 a.m. He obviously knew they were going to be in there. You wonder what this will do to the courts there. The daybell has taken a long time. Oh, God. Yeah, and it seems like it's going to take longer, huh? Daybell's like the never-ending, forever case that's never going to go to trial. I mean, it will, but I don't even see what's so complicated about the Daybell case, except for the fact that Alex is dead and they can maybe try to pin stuff on him. But other than that, you know, Lori, we're praying for your children. That's great. You know, like lies, police coming to the door, all the lies she tells about, oh yeah, that's my brother's friend Chad, he's an author, you know, all that baloney. When she was married to him, there's no reasonable doubt she's completely involved. I hope he spills his guts like BTK. Yeah, that would be good. I want to know the whole dang story. You're right. I wonder if he'll go to trial. I mean, he's a criminal justice major. Maybe this is his moment in the sun for whatever wacky reason. He says his parents work in mental health. Did anybody find anything else about that? Maybe if he came through the sliding glass door at the back to the second floor. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking he did, because they probably didn't lock it. You know how many of those, have you guys watched those police show up for the noise complaints, and then the people that live there aren't even home. They're at the bar, and there's all these people in their house making noise. That house must have been more of like a free-for-all. But why did Zaina's father just replace the locks in her room or in the house? Was there some reason for that? Or did they just think, you should have your house locked because there's a lot of people going in and out. Never know what somebody's going to come 5-finger discount out of your room. Maybe just been changing my locks. I want my locks in my room so people don't come in and steal my charger, my Mac, my watch, my iPhone, my stuff, Or was there some kind of genuine fear? Because people have asked a lot of questions about that lock changing. It looks like he was maybe posting on 4chan. Because there's a post that says, "I'm hiding in the woods in Pennsylvania. Good luck finding me." That seems awful coincidental. A Poconos in Pennsylvania, where they got him. I think people that commit crimes like this like to insert themselves, though, in like the conversations and stuff. He had a poll on Reddit. What was the poll on Reddit? I didn't see that. Spill it, lady. What was the poll on Reddit? So he was on the Reddit. Which one? On the Moscow murders on Reddit? We go there. Let me get to the right one now. This is old stuff. I'm looking at Reddit real quick. I don't see anything on here. That's the other one. I just see Moscow murders uncensored. I don't see the other one, the main Moscow murder ones. But if you see something, let me know. I want to know what the poll on Reddit is. Supposedly a friend was coming in her room more than she wanted. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Like, stay out of my stuff, right? If they offer him a deal, maybe they might. He had an offer for gyrations of a criminal for his master thesis. Had an offer. What is that? Oh, thank you, BLM. You're so sweet. Thank you very much for the donation. Happy New Year to you. I appreciate it so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Teams call. We have Teams at work. I don't know what's popping up on I'm off work. I'm not working. Thank you. Thank you. Really appreciate it. But it's silence. That's so weird. Unknown user. Sorry, we have Teams at work, and that's where my calls come in, and it's just on my home computer right now. Because it's connected to my phone, it popped up that I have a call coming from an unknown user, but I'm not working, so I'm not answering that. Oh, questions? I was like, what gyrations? An offer for questions makes way more sense than gyrations, Crystal. Hi, Ruby. I'm like, gyrations? I don't know what she's talking about. Okay, yeah. He had questions for a criminal for his master's thesis. Yes, yes, for sure. I saw that earlier. And was that on Reddit though? I didn't know that that's where that was. Hi, Ruby. That is hilarious, Crystal. So, Crystal, what do you mean about gyrations? Don't understand. Autocorrect and text talking is the worst too. I text talk all the time because of my thumbs, right? Because I don't want to use them too much because I have that arthritis in this joint. And so I'm always text talking now, and I talk kind of fast, if you haven't noticed. And then freaking thing always messes it up. It says the weirdest stuff. And I'm like, that's not what I meant. It's almost worse to have to go back and correct it. Read it. Okay. So he posted that survey for his thesis or his survey about criminals and their emotional whatever. That's the one you're talking about, right? It's not that kind of chat, Crystal. I'm sorry. I got yelled at for coughing without muting earlier. My bad. You're lucky I can even talk right now. Autocorrect likes to embarrass me. They do. It's so funny. You never know. Like, have you ever seen like screenshots of, or, like kids texting their mom and then what autocorrect says instead? Yeah, a message ends up like a novel. It's funny. So true. So true. That's funny. I keep going back to look online. No, Percy, get down. I keep going back to look online to see if there's anything new about him because, people are going to start coming forward that know him. I have to remember how to spell his name. I keep messing it up. Oh, yeah. We want Bryan. It's B-R-Y, right? And Bryan Christopher Kohberger. OCD. Okay, this is new. Let's see what this one is. OCD eating tendencies. What? Okay, hold on. This is new stuff. New. I did not talk about the closure of the Moab newlywed murder case. The suspect committed suicide. I saw that last night. I was listening to something and I fell asleep listening to a YouTube talking about it. But yeah, we haven't talked about that yet. Hi, Woody. So this one shows, hold on, let me share it. This dog wants to go out. All right. This is interesting right here. What is this? The suspect in the stabbing deaths of 4 University Idaho students worried his family with his bizarre eating habits. Speaking exclusively to the Post Friday afternoon, a former aunt, she's not his aunt anymore. All right, he's arrested. I'm his former aunt, not his aunt. Of Bryan Kohberger said his dietary restrictions were very, very weird. It was above and beyond being vegan, said the aunt, who declined to be identified, but said she was previously married in the family. Okay, that makes sense. An ex-aunt. His aunt and uncle had to buy new pots and pans because he would not eat from anything that had ever had meat cooked in them. Ew. But then he's going to murder people. He seemed very OCD. We don't need the definition. Kohberger. That's weird. So I'm sorry. I come to your house for dinner and I can't eat out of that pan because you made a steak in it last year. At the time of his arrest, indicated is a doctoral candidate. We know all that. Cryptic Reddit post. That's the one we were talking about, which is so weird. Study it was planning about emotional and psychological conditions of would-be criminals. Very strange, dude. Weirdo. Oh, here. Indian Mountain Lake private community. And there's Smokey the Bear. So, you know, it's in the woods. Local authorities are holding back the press outside the gated community in which Bryan Kohberger is reported to live in Albertsville, Pennsylvania. A white Hyundai Elantra matching the description of the car that investigators had identified as being near the crime scene at the time of the murders was also confiscated from the scene, which we did hear that. His DNA has also been matched to samples recovered at the scene of the deaths, according to CNN. And his next hearing is on January 3rd about his extradition. This is where he's at, Monroe County Correctional Facility. Percy, what are you doing? Crooked nose, still unsure about that. Boxing nose or broken in the, my speculation. Percy, what do you got in your mouth? Hold on, I got to get Percy. This dog. He always has stuff in his mouth he's not supposed to have in his mouth. Oh, thank you, Franda Cruz. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Very, very, very kind of you. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you. And Happy New Year as well to you. Carrie. Hi, Kathy. You mentioned earlier that he had a questionnaire about the emotional response of a criminal to crime. I wonder if he wanted to experience the emotions related to the ultimate crime himself. Yeah, there's something very psychologically weird about that. I mean, in a way, because he's a PhD, like you can sort of explain, yeah, he wants to do studies and interview people and get info, you know, because a lot of times, haven't you ever had people that you know that are in master's programs or something, they put out and they're like, there's a survey that I'd like you to answer on, you know, just click and go to SurveyMonkey and stuff like that. So that part isn't so weird, but it is weird now knowing that he murdered those kids, allegedly. And he put that questionnaire out there about emotional, like how you felt when you committed a crime. Like just very strange. Really strange. Yeah, that's a good question. I wonder why he asked that too. Or is he trying to put something in their head? Hey, Loose Can. Purity issues. Yeah, bizarre. Here, you guys want a carrot? Sit down. See, I brought them carrots so that they would be good, but that only lasts 30 seconds. Yeah, it was his parents' home at 3 a.m. He was at his parents' home. And the SWAT team came in and busted him. Interesting, though, you know, they must have been kind of staking him out, right? Yes, it was very generous of you. Very sweet. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. The channel's been kind of lately, I was like, I just need to make the expenses for the channel to keep it going. So I really do appreciate that. Helps a lot. That'll pay a month of StreamYard for sure. So that's nice. You're freezing over there across the pond there, Ruby? We're not freezing here. It was 80 on Christmas Day. You guys. So Lulu eats her carrot much slower than Percy. So that's going to go on for just a second. Sorry. Because he's barking at her because she still has her treat and he doesn't. All right. I'm going to look one more time to see if there's anything new because things keep happening, popping up. One more time to see. All right. Go lay down, everybody. Oh, here we go. This is a good one. This is a tweet. And this one says, Washington State University confirms Bryan Kohberger just completed his first semester as a PhD student in the criminal justice program. Matt Lovelace asked at the presser if he was in class after the murders. They would not answer that. Well, what? I want to know. I thought that. See, look at. I should have read it first. We know he didn't answer that. I would like to know if he went back to class. We'd all like to know that. What is this? This is just other stuff. We don't know. ABC News. More stuff. Okay. I was looking for something newer. I thought that maybe we're going to say that he did go back to class or he didn't, or because more stuff's going to come out. People that know him or know of him or were in class with him or whatever, high school, like that one guy. So that's what kind of I'm interested in seeing if anything else. And this is CNN. Oh, we can look at it. It may not have anything new, or it might. We can try. Okay, again, graduate student at Washington State University arrested Friday in his home state of Pennsylvania in the last month's killing of 4 University of Idaho students. Off-campus home, brutal attack that rattled a small college town. Bryan Kohberger, 28, 4 counts of murder, felony burglary. You guys, go lay down. Authorities narrowed their focus to Kohberger after tracing his ownership of a white. Okay. Authorities narrowed their focus to Kohberger after tracing his ownership of a white Hyundai Elantra seen in the area of the killings. According to 2 law enforcement sources briefed in the investigation, Kohberger's DNA had also been matched to the genetic material recovered at the off-campus house where the students were stabbed to death. Authorities learned the suspect had left the area and went to Pennsylvania, the sources say. An FBI surveillance team from Philadelphia field office have been tracking him. Hold on. What's that? You guys can see this, right? Oh, I totally doubt that. That girl, she's all about clout chasing. She'll do something. Did anyone mention the 4chan comment, the woods of PA, with the fact that the house he was hiding in was in the woods in PA? I think someone who saw that comment tipped the cops. They started looking. I have it right here. Let me show you. Hold on. I'll go back to that article in a second. I'm getting a little bit sidetracked, but I want to show you that one more time here so you know what we're talking about. It's this one. I blanked out that right there, but it's hung on December 12th, 2022. It says, I hung their intestines from a ceiling fan and shoved my knife, blah, blah. I'm hiding in the woods in shithole, Pennsylvania. Good luck catching me. Anonymous. So, yeah. Right? That's just too much of a coincidence right there. Way too much of a coincidence. That just freaks me out. Oh, no, it's okay. I don't mind repeating. See, a lot of people haven't seen that. Isn't that crazy? Let me go finish that article and then we'll come back to that in a second. No. Okay, an FBI surveillance team from Pennsylvania field office have been tracking him for 4 days in the area where he was arrested, according to the sources. While he was being watched, investigators from the Moscow Police Department, the Idaho State Police Homicide Bureau, and the FBI worked with prosecutors to develop sufficient probable cause to obtain the warrant. Once the arrest warrant was issued, the Pennsylvania State Police and the FBI made the arrest. Moscow Police Department Chief James Fry said at the news conference an Elantra had been located, but investigators are still looking for the knife used in the killings. He didn't reveal any details about the case. Yeah, we know that, including the suspect became the focus of the investigation or whether he knew the 4 students that were killed. Okay. He can waive extradition. Yeah. Graduate student. That's not new. According to now remove university graduate direct. Okay. They removed him from their graduate directory. A student at the school told CNN that Kohberger is a graduate student studying criminal justice. 7 miles from Moscow. They saw law enforcement activity in an apartment complex where the graduate student lives. In a post removed from Reddit after Kohberger's arrest was made public, a student investigator associated with DeSales University named Bryan Kohberger sought participation in a research project, which is that weird research project, to understand how emotions and psychology. Okay, that we know that. A study seeks to understand the story behind your most recent criminal offense with an emphasis on your thoughts and feelings throughout your experience. When did he post that? What was that? When did he post that survey? Was that before? I don't know if we know that. Did we know that? If it was before or after the murders? One of the principal investigators of that study, a professor at DeSales University in Pennsylvania, declined to comment on the matter. And this is just backstory again. So, yeah, so that is so weird, that 4chan post, because I was reading those 4chan posts about talking about those other David Barry and David somebody or whatever before. Okay. Thank you. Maybe he was trying to find a psycho partner. Yeah. Maybe he did. Maybe not. Or trying to figure himself out, right? But that 4chan post is bizarre. I'm hiding in the woods in Pennsylvania. And then I heard a rumor, and now I don't even know where I heard this, that he told a stripper, or he confessed to a stripper. I've not seen this in writing anywhere. It could just be complete made up baloney. And then the stripper turned him in. I don't know. I don't even know where that came from. I was listening while I was on other channels and flipping and stuff, and somebody had said that. I don't know if that's true. Don't spread it, because I don't know anything about it, and I have not seen it written anywhere. I think the 4chan was him or an accomplice. Or somebody that knew, right? Somehow trying to tip them off. Maybe. Okay, in July 2020, he did the Reddit. I'm wondering if the FBI made more evidence off answers. Ooh, yeah, good question. Good question. all their cars outside, and he had the confidence to just go in there. Yeah. Really weird, really bizarre, like very brave, brazen is the word, like the coyotes that'll just jump off the fence and take your dog off the leash. Just very, Rhonda's catching up with the gyrations. Psychopaths are like that. Yeah. Just sick, just completely sick. So I don't know. We've been going now since I blew it on the press conference. And by the way, if you're late here showing up, I live streamed the press conference to my childbirth channel. I have my very first YouTube channel was doing childbirth classes, but I do that all day long for a living. So it kind of bores me to do it, like doing things afterwards that I'm interested in, like true crime. So then I started this channel. So I haven't really done anything with the childbirth channel. And I accidentally clicked to live stream this press conference to the childbirth channel. So people are probably like, what? Because it still gets views, all the old stuff I have on there. Dummy. Then I came over here because I was literally like cussing you guys out in my head. But then I'm like, I typed up like, where are my mods? Like, at least my mods could have shown up for me. And my mods were probably like, where's Kathy? Why isn't she live streaming like she said she would? And I'm like, wow, forget it. In my head, I'm like, I'm not even going to do this anymore. And then I was like, wait a minute, this is so weird. Because then I went to try to find it on this channel, like, and it wasn't showing up. That after I stopped it, I was like, where is it? And then I thought, oh no, maybe it's on my, because I had started the travel channel. I thought, well, maybe it's on the travel channel. I'm like, nope, it's not there. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I never go on the childbirth channel. And sure enough, there was live streamed on the childbirth channel, a murder case. Doesn't match. Thank you, Loose Can. Appreciate it. So this weekend, I have a 4-day weekend today, tomorrow, next day, Monday. I'm going to restart up the members. You guys can join or not join or whatever. You know, anybody that's already in Discord, please stay. No issues there at all. And then we'll start up the membership. And I want to start doing some more members only stuff, more members only. Like we used to do the happy hour on Fridays, but Fridays suck. Everybody else is live streaming on Fridays. Like there's good channels live streaming. So Fridays are a bummer, but we can figure out a better time to do, you know, members only live streams. And then I'm going to bring back my Saturday live streams, and I will do one this Saturday. So I'll bring back my Saturday live streams weekly until I don't you know, if I'm going out of town or something, they won't happen, but I'll give you a heads up and just try to get things going again here. Last year was a little tough, 2022, but 2023 is going to be, you know, right, Lori? Darn mods. 2023 is going to be better. I'm sure of it. Hopefully there was a true crime fan, mother in labor, appreciating the live stream as she was breathing. Yeah, there was somebody watching. There was two. They kind of came and went. There were two people in there. So I was like, maybe she probably thought you're live and you're talking about childbirth and you're like, she's showing a press conference on murder. This lady's sick. What kind of nurse is she? I cannot believe that they found that scum in Scranton, Pennsylvania. I'm from South Philly. Grew up partially in Abington, Pennsylvania. I have relatives up in Scranton. Percy, what do you got in your mouth now? Come here. What's in your mouth? I swear that yesterday he had alcohol white prep in his mouth, and now he's got something else. I'll be right back again. He's like, yeah, toddlers and dogs. What's your mouth? He's like a toddler, and he's 2 now. He's supposed to calm down. But he gets very, like, normally I'm working, I'm on the phone, I'm on the computer all day. But for some reason, when I'm in here talking to the computer, he gets all bad. Bad dog. This isn't childbirth channel. Hi, Stephanie. I figured that was you. How are you? I'm looking at you guys' comments. Happy New Year. It's New Year's Eve. Stephanie, how are you? Percy's bad. Ruby's crushing it. She's awesome. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Oh boy, Stephanie, you've had a lot of issues with all that stuff, huh? Wonder if it was a Pocono summer cabin of his parents or something. I checked out the real estate ads. It was priced at the low prices, but it looked like a resort town he was hiding out. Yeah, and did you see there was a picture we just saw posted of the gate. It almost looks like it's not like a fancy gated community. It looks more like like you said, like a mountain type area or something, They said parents, yeah. His parents' home. I mean, he's only 28, right? So his parents are probably like my age. That's my kids' age group, right? So I could imagine, I would die. Could you imagine? Your kid is home for the holidays and then busted in. Here comes the SWAT team. Like, holy crap. Yeah. Look like Dirty Dancing. When they go to the mountain retreat area every summer, kind of look like that to me. I tried joining with this new cell phone. The site was giving me a hard time. I'm bringing the memberships back. Right now, there aren't any. I got rid of them. So I'm bringing them back. I had to revamp things. So, hey, hi, how are you? How's everything? Crazy, right? The murderer has been arrested. Unbelievable. So glad, though. Dad is 62. Okay, well, slightly older than me. Not in my same decade, but still, people that I know that have kids, my kids' age. I was suggesting in Discord that he might be like James Holmes, Batman's shooting guy, who had mental problems made worse by the stress of PhD and being away from home. There's time. Interesting. I mean, my kids sometimes have total meltdowns and they're like, Mom, blah, blah, blah. So at 28, you're not necessarily at the top of your game and your maturity level and your coping skills. Sick with COVID and super happy for an arrest. Yes, put some of these insane rumors to rest. Oh my God, the rumors are out of control. I was starting to feel really bad for the other students that were getting blamed for this. There is one channel that comes on all the time with these quick videos, and keeps throwing out different students, throwing them out, showing where they lived, and I was like, I'm not even touching this case right now. I'm not doing any videos on it. I'm not doing anything until there's something to say, because they were so, I just picture my own kids being blamed for something that they didn't do, And I hope you're getting better there, KB. I'm getting over the flu. I took COVID test, 2 negatives. I know it's negative, but I think it's a flu. It's the first year in 15 years I haven't gotten my flu shot. And my grandson was here, and I think he got me sick. Got his other grandmother sick. Got other people sick. What's this say? Video showed cops at an apartment complex. Is that the parents' home? No, that is his apartment in Washington where he goes to school. I saw that too. That's his apartment in Washington where he goes to school. Oh, dad filed for bankruptcy a while back. Like in the most recent while back, or like 10 years ago while back. Wow, you wouldn't even know. You know, that aunt says she's an ex-aunt or a former aunt. I wonder if his parents are split recently or something. A lot of times divorces lead to bankruptcies, right? I unsubbed from a channel for that. Yeah, it was, I just felt so bad. Like, these are young kids going to college. They're not, I mean, there could be a obviously he's a college student, but you know, the kids that come and go and party at that house, I would never, unless there was actually some proof or some arrest like this, I just can't imagine naming people and being like, look at this girl, look at her TikTok. You know, look at her. Look how strong she is carrying a keg. You know, stuff like that was going on. Oh, yeah. Yep. The food truck video. That poor guy. And even the boyfriend, Kaylee's ex-boyfriend, that one, that Jack, yeah. His aunt, you know, said he's having a really hard time with this, obviously, you know, and people are blaming him. That's awful. I started feeling bad Christmas Day. Test 2 days later, can't kick it. Ugh, it just drags sometimes. The cough especially. Christmas shopping. Percy, what are you doing? What are you doing? What happened? They accused 2 random kids who happened to be arrested at the same time. Their Facebooks blew up with murder. Okay, I saw that there was somebody in that area. I saw that this morning was arrested in Moscow in that area. Was that one of the kids that you're talking about? And then all of a sudden that channel was all of a sudden back to like, oh no, it's Bryan Kohberger. But this other person was arrested too. The other person was probably arrested for like a DUI or a fight or something, you know? All right, Rita. I'm gonna hop off pretty soon too. My dogs are going crazy here. Do we think they have video of the raid? I don't know. It'd be nice if one of the neighbors popped out with it. You know, look what's going on next door. I'd be out there. I'd be out there with my camera, my doorbell camera, especially because my doorbell camera doesn't really face anybody because the house across the street is the corner. So it's the side of their house. So I wouldn't get anything good on my doorbell camera. 210, dad bankruptcy. Okay, not too long ago. The 2 blonde girls look as if they may have been lovers and gay by other photos. No, I don't think they were. They grew up together and they were friends as kids. And Kaylee had already moved out of her room. Her room was also on that floor and her dog was there. She had already moved out of her room. So I think she was staying in Maddie's room because she had come back after the holiday, but she was graduating. So she was already done and moved out. So I think they're just such good friends their whole lives. There's like pictures of them as little girls. So I think that that's what it was. They're just close friends. They did take a lot of like, you know, pictures like this, but I think that's totally typical for, I don't think because they have boyfriends and stuff and none of them matter. Who cares? I mean, really, like you said, but I don't think they were a couple. They're prescribing a lot of codeine for the never-ending non-productive cough. Here, giving the lungs a rest from all the coffee. I know this morning I woke up and like my ribs hurt from coughing. But when I had COVID, I got an inhaler and some prednisone. I kind of put this prednisone aside. And I didn't need it, but I have it in case I need it for this one. He follows the girl on Instagram and he liked the last post. Oh, they are? Is that Instagram fake? The one that really popped up, the initial one? Because I saw two. Let me show you. I have it so we can see. Let me find it again, okay? Because this happened right off the bat. But you know how fast they are with the fake stuff. Hold on. Oh, this is a good picture. All right, first let me show you this. Let me show you this. This is before he became a vegan. Apparently you can get maybe I should be a vegan. Apparently you can get very skinny once you become a vegan. I don't know what I would eat though. I like protein and like eggs and cheese and stuff. Hold on, let me show you this. So apparently this is him when he was chunky. Nose doesn't look crooked there either. Maybe a little bit. So before he became a vegan, looks more normal here, right? Looks like a normal kid. More normal. Yeah, they do that so fast. The trolls are like, oh, let's make a. It says he did. No, I don't know if he went to Catholic school growing up. That's a good question. But I was going to pull up that Instagram. I know, me too. I love eggs and cheese. Eggs are like my go-to, healthy food. And when you did it Weight Watchers, eggs are free. And then cheese. I cut back on cheese because one time a couple years back, my cholesterol was a little bit high. And she's like, what are you eating? And I'm like, well, I'm trying to watch my carbs, but I'm probably eating more cheese than I should. And she's like, yeah, it's the cheese. Cheese is all fat. You stop the cheese, your cholesterol will go back to normal. It'll be good. And it was. So, okay. I probably need to let this dog go potty, but hold on one second. Let me find the one I was going to show you. Percy, just a minute. God, it's worse than having kids. Literally worse. All right. Tell me if this is. Okay, this one I think is, yeah, this one's fake. No, that's not it. That's not it. Sorry, I'm disorganized. That's not it. That's not it. That's something completely out. All right, what did I do with it? All right, now I've lost it forever. Oh, this one. Food lover. So this one might, well, no, because they have 290 followers, unless they grabbed on that fast, do you think? Okay, hold on. Let me share this with you so you know what I'm talking about. This one. 0 post, 290 following or followers or whatever. Which one's first? Followers. 28 years old, food lover. So this one, do you think this one's fake? Can you tell when it was made? The other one says Bryan Kohberger. But yeah, they're so fast at making those fakey fakes. There's a fake Facebook, but he intends for it to be. There's some good comments on it. Oh, really? So he put it? It's fake. Oh, the guy that made it intends for it to be fake. I thought about going vegan. I know one of my friends was saying that his brother got really sick. His brother's like in his 60s, got really sick a few years back and became a vegan, and now is like totally healthy and fit. But I would have to find some really good vegan recipes. I'm not a vegan, but apparently vegan cheese is good. Really? Probably comes a long way. Because when I first started eating no gluten, the gluten stuff was, the not gluten stuff was horrible. And now it's so much better. Egg substitutes as well, though I never tried them. Yeah, I know. I know. It does look bumpy. They won't tell us what the motive is. Yeah. And I'm going to tell you one thing about, how like India, they're vegetarian or vegan or whatever from India. And I would deliver these babies when I was labor and delivery nurse, and the Indian ladies, their skin was super soft, but it was very, no muscle tone, just like melt. And so when they delivered, their ripped from one side to the other, their bodies, like the belly hung down like this so bad because they absolutely they didn't need enough protein. You need to have protein. If you're going to be vegan or something, you have to find a way. You have to eat more protein because their bodies, they're literally their skin just ripped open like butter, so you have to remember, you still need to replace what you're not getting naturally. I hike everywhere, back to power walking and jogging intermittently. Feel great. 63, woo woo, happy birthday. Remember Sam, the guy who was arrested for crypto? He's vegan and he's not thin. Right? That's true. Maybe he cheats. I felt awful on a vegan diet, even with vitamin B12 supplements. My sister did too. Yeah. No, and I believe that. Like when I feel the best, honestly, you guys, when I went to Greece, eating the food they serve there, the Mediterranean diet, I felt the best. Like no issues at all. Here in our US diet, it's terrible. Like there's just too much stuff in our stuff. You're trying to grow your butt back. I just saw my daughter deliver my granddaughter, beautiful but gross. That's pretty much what it is. It's beautiful but gross. It is not pretty. It's beautiful, but it is not pretty. I mean, it is, when you think about it, I've been in thousands and thousands of deliveries and it's not pretty. How many times do those dads go down? Like, what happened to my husband? He's down. And all the nurses are like, here, get the smelling, there's a lot of vegan junk food. Yeah, right. There is. There's a lot because people jump on the bandwagon and they get into that. All right. Well, I've been on for quite a while. If there's anything else that comes up, it's today Friday. Yeah. So tomorrow I'll do live stream tomorrow morning. Even though it's New Year's Eve, I'm not doing anything great for New Year's. So I will do my morning 10:30 a.m. if my dogs will let me. A live stream tomorrow. And if anything else comes out between now and then, we can talk about it tomorrow. And for you guys that donated, I really, really, really appreciate it more than you know. And for everybody else for being here, thank you just for being here. I really appreciate that more than you know. And for giving me the like button. I really appreciate that more than you know. That extends hundreds of generations of people living in the Mediterranean. Those who thrived on those foods survived. Not surprising. I'm telling you, I felt so much better there. I can't wait to go back. I'm going back to Greece again. I'm taking my son in September. I'm going to go try to freaking figure out my hotel. I told you my mom inherited a hotel on the Mediterranean and nobody wants to help me get it because they're like, oh, you're going to have to pay back taxes and you're going to have to pay this and that, blah, blah, blah. All my cousins, I have like 20,000 cousins and they're like, I don't think we should even do anything about it. I'm like, I want to go to that hotel and I want to sing Mamma Mia and I want to live there and open it up as a bed and breakfast or something. I don't know. But anyway, it's gorgeous. I mean, it's old. It's been sitting there abandoned. It's my mom's grandmother's brother. So my mom's uncle, my mom's grandmother's brother. Like it's an uncle and he died a long time ago, like long time ago. And that hotel's been sitting there empty. And it's in the town of Githio. And it's right there, right on the main street. Here's the hotel. Here's the street. Here's the water. I know, right? I mean, I could retire there and run that place and sit on the Mediterranean and put a boat right there. You know, I mean, you'll help me get it. And Ruby, I can get my citizenship. I have all my dad's stuff. So I'm going to get my Greek citizenship. Then I want to work on getting that freaking hotel. And I don't care if nobody else wants to come with me. My cousins and my siblings, they're all just like negative. And then, I don't think it's a good idea. Well, good luck, but they're going to make you pay money. I'm like, it's a hotel in the Mediterranean. Like, who cares? Anyway, so when I have my Greek passport, when I get my Greek citizenship, which I need to do because I can, because my dad was born and raised there, I don't need visas. I could be anywhere in the whole EU anytime. So that's what my brother said. He's like, that would make a fantastic new YouTube channel. My family's hotel, great premise. And you could write off all the expenses. Good night, everyone. And you know what? I could do that on my travel channel, right? We may just have to do that. My stepdad is from the island of Crete. He grew up in extremely poor, now very well off. Yeah, Crete is beautiful. I haven't been to Crete. That's on my list too. For sure. So I'll tell you more about the hotel and show you pictures next time because not everybody cares about my hotel, like especially the people that are related to me that are part of the hotel. But I'll show you it on Google Earth on tomorrow at the end or whatever when we're kind of wind down from the true crime stuff. But yeah, I got to figure out how to get it. I've written this people 3 times and they haven't answered me that are supposedly you can stake claim on it. All right, guys, I've said goodbye and my dog is going nuts. Oh, and get a drone and take fantastic aerial shots of that area. Yes, for sure. I'm going to do that. My son has a drone, so he's going with me to Greece this time. All right, you guys, I really, really, really am going to go. I say this like 6 times and then I stick around and read comments. So I'm not going to no more. Thank you again. All right. Thanks for watching Left Undone Incomplete Investigations. I will see you tomorrow. I will put up a live stream for tomorrow, Saturday, whoever can make it. Thanks. Bye.